bloody episode 50. It's only episode 50 now of the MastoCast. Hello, how's it going? Welcome to episode 50 of the MastoCast, the monoblog podcast, hosted by yours truly, Master Dan, on this lovely Friday. Hope you're having a nice, lovely Friday. If you listen to this the day it comes out, if you listen to this on a Friday, I will be either on my way to Outbreak Festival or at Outbreak Festival, which I'm very, very, very excited about. I'll be talking about all that next week. It's going to be fucking awesome. It's got a hell of a good lineup. Lots of hardcore, hip-hop, punk, and some weird stuff in there as well. So, yeah, next week's episode is going to be all about Outbreak Festival and everything. But, yeah, been up to a fair amount this week. Yeah. As I said, hope you're all having a lovely weekend. Listen to this is the weekend it comes out. Last week's episode was great. First, it was the 1 year anniversary of MastoCast, and it was the big download festival review, and it did really well, like listening wise, like viewers and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm very, very appreciative of anyone who has listened to that episode and all the other episodes before that, as per usual. So yeah, thank you very much. But yeah, welcome to episode 50, the big 50. How is it going? Yeah, it's been quite the week, really. It's been quite the week. The live music doesn't stop there. Some cool stuff in gaming's been happening as well. So yeah, just thought I'd chat about that amongst you all. But yeah, I also thought I'd talk about some of like the analytics of this podcast if people are interested at all. I'll save that to the end of the podcast though, just in case if it's something that you're quite interested in listening to or not. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Basically, what have I been doing after download? Chillaxing, relaxing, up to no good, back to work, all that sort of stuff. I've been, done the odd stream here and there, which has been fun. I had a good band rehearsal, the other week, getting something new with that. Good old mate of mine, James, let's shout out, drummer. We're trying to get something together. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Got 2 bloody projects on the go. What the bloody hell am I like? So yeah, watch this space, I guess. Hopefully something good will come out of that. But yeah, ever since I come back from downloading on, I've been feeling the festival blues, man. I miss it. It's been a wild ride, definitely. So yeah, I'm dying to know who the next headliners are gonna be. We'll see. But yeah, you know what else has happened though? Shadow of the Erdtree DLC has come out for Elden Ring. That is out now for people to play. Yeah, I've just started playing it. I've only done about 2 or 3 hours of it so far. I'm loving it already. When you walk into that DLC, it really is stunning. I mean, obviously, to get to the DLC, you have to go through the battle the Bloodlord, that is Morg. You have to defeat him, and then you're able to go through to this DLC. And you start off in like this really sort of small, dark cove, and as you progress through it, like it's not a big one or anything like that. You progress through it, and you all of a sudden you see like this big open landscape, like this sort of like dreary looking like graveyard. It looks unbelievable. It looks great. It looks dark. It looks twisted, and yeah. So far, I've basically gone through like this castle building and shit like that. Been fighting a few enemies and shit. Like, you know what? I feel like I'm actually getting better, like strategically. You know what? I've always been a dodger on Elden Ring. I've never used my shield. Never used it. Up until now, really. I'm starting to use my shield to block actual attacks. which is something I never did, and like that's helping a lot. You know, I'm still doing the dodges, still doing the ducks and the rolls and all that sort of shit, but like I've never used my shield before, and I'm like, fucking hell, I've got a really good shield here. Like, it's blocking a lot of stuff, and I'm smashing some enemies all over. I'm doing good. Doing good. But, like, I'm onto the first, like, main boss of this DLC, the Divine Beast Dancing Lion, which is an absolute motherfucker. I haven't beat him yet, but he's a bastard. He's a real bastard. And there's been quite a lot of talk about the new Elden Ring DLC. A lot of people are saying it is too hard. This DLC is too bloody difficult, which is bonkers, really. I mean, I thought Elden Ring was hard enough. Like, I mean, I'm not really big on the whole From Software, well, like Demon Souls, Bloodborne, and I mean, Elden Ring is literally me dipping my toe into that world. Like, I've never played any of the other games. I'm kind of scared to do that, really. But Elden Ring is fucking brilliant. I love it. It was my game of the year. Was it? When did it come out? Last year? Yeah, last year. My game of the year last year. I absolutely love it. It's incredible. Oh no, fuck no. No, it was Tears of the Kingdom was last year. Sorry, 2 years ago it came out, and that was my game of the year. It is absolute masterpiece of a game. So like, you know, getting this DLC, I was well into it already. But yeah, this first boss I'm up against, it's fucking hard. It's really bloody hard, and yeah, I'll let you know how I progress on it, because I'm loving how it looks. It looks incredible. But yeah, it is hard, and apparently they've given some patches and stuff like that, some updates just to help make things a little bit easier. That's what I've heard. But like you can see, if you go on like Steam and stuff like that, and you look at the reviews for the DLC, there's quite a lot of mixed reviews. Just like people saying like it is just too difficult, which is mad. I haven't got to the point of, you know, like summoning some friends and all that to help me beat this this fucker of a boss, and you know, I've not played it since before this patch update. So see how it goes, really. Elden Ring, it's awesome. It's fucking great. But yeah, what else has happened in the world of gaming? I'll tell you what else has happened. Have you ever played Dead Rising before? Have you? Of course you have. If you haven't, bloody heck, what are you doing? Play Dead Rising. So Dead Rising is a game from 2006. It was really popular on the Xbox 360, if I remember rightly. I think it was on PS3 as well. And oh shit, it was on the Wii as well, I remember. But the best way to play it was on the 360, definitely. That's what I had it on. But Dead Rising was kind of like this silly zombie game that I loved, right? Like, this was, you know, the beginning of like that generation of consoles. I think it was only like 1 year in, maybe. But it was awesome because you literally play as this reporter slash photographer guy, Frank West, and you get landed on top of this mall, surrounded by zombies. Literally every shop in this mall, you can pick anything up and fucking attack zombies with. You can literally just do that, okay? Like, there is a guitar shop, and you can pick up a Flying V or a Strat or a Les Paul, anything like that, and you can play havoc on all these zombies. You can just beat the living shit out of them. I'll be honest, I don't think I stuck with the story at all. I just wanted to play the game and fucking beat the living shit out of all these zombies. But yeah, Dead Rising is not apparently, it's official. Like, it's getting a remaster. It is getting a deluxe remaster. It got announced yesterday from Capcom. They had like a little showcase on there, which I missed, admittedly. But I saw the trailer for this, and I was very, very excited. It's just a teaser trailer. It's literally just like the first opening minutes of the game, but like it's, you know, it's completely remastered. It looks like it's in 60 frames, and everything. It's in 4K. It looks awesome. So it's literally just the first 41 seconds of the game itself, just all upscaled and remastered and everything. It looks great. So it is titled Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, so DRDR. Very excited. There's no release date for it as of yet. Like I said, it's just a tease, so who knows what we get in the future with this. With it being a deluxe, do we get more levels? Do we get more skins? Do we get, more shops in the mall to freaking go mad with these zombies? So, yeah, looking at the trailer makes me want to get it. Like, that's a purchase for me. Like, I'll be getting that for sure. The Dead Rising's a classic. The Dead Risings after that, I know there was a few that came out. There was like 2 and 3, and a few like off pieces of Dead Rising. I think I remember playing 2 and not really liking it that much. But like whenever you think of Dead Rising, it's always the first one, definitely. So that's something new in the world of gaming. Get excited about that, and yeah, that's pretty much it, really, in terms of like game announcements and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing some Link's Awakening again. Loving it, loving that game. I'm like 1 level away from finishing it. It's awesome, and I'm not far off from finishing off Super Mario Galaxy as well. It's been busy like this past month, so I haven't really been gaming as much, really. But yeah, Shadow of the Erdtree. I'll be getting well into that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, really. In terms of music, I have actually been to a gig after download, and that was, of course, Green Day at Bellahouston Park in not so sunny Glasgow. So I actually got these tickets for Haley for her birthday earlier this year, and we finally come to the time of seeing the band and all that. Drove up there, booked the hotel and everything, and ate some delicious food. Really, really nice food. Went really, really nice. These are some good recommendations. Anyone who's vegan who wants to, eat out in Glasgow. First place we went to was a place called Mono, right centre of Glasgow, and it's like a proper vegan restaurant that does all sorts. Does burgers and pizzas and stuff like that, and tacos and little bits and bobs, and really nice beers. But I had the vegan haggis burger, which was absolutely unbelievable, along with these vegan fish tacos, and they were also unbelievable. Like, genuinely the best vegan food I've ever had, probably. And what else did we have, like, vegan wise? I mean, the morning after the gig, we had Glass Vegan, which is like a vegan cafe. You can have like a full Scottish breakfast in vegan form, and it was really bloody nice as well. Scotland have got the whole vegetarian vegan thing locked in, man. Like, every restaurant I've been to in Glasgow that's vegetarian, or Edinburgh as well, has all been amazing. It's all generally been amazing. I mean, I'm not even a vegetarian either. I mean, I eat meat, but I never cry if I'm presented with anything vegan. You know what I mean? I'll happily eat it, and every time I've been to Glasgow or Edinburgh, I'll happily eat anything veggie there, because they seem to fucking have it nailed, absolutely nailed. Yeah, it was awesome. So, anyways, let's talk about the gig. Bellahouston Park. So it was kind of like a little mini slam dunk. Really. It was literally right in this field by a big block of flats and stuff like that. What wasn't massive, right? It was kind of like a mini slam dunk in a way. Like, a few bars, loads of food stalls and stuff like that. There was the merch desk, but like the queue was absolutely horrifically massive. It was huge. But like, it was a cool setting though. It was decent. It was really, really good. Getting there and back though was a pain. It was a pain. Little did we know that the Killers were also playing the same night Green Day were playing Bellahouston Park. I imagine Killers were playing the Hydro, the OVO Arena, in Glasgow. So obviously people going to that will have been going to and from the city centre, which is where we were staying. So it was a bit of a nightmare getting to and from there. But, you know, we managed to find ourselves there eventually, and back. But yeah, it was a bit of a pain in the ass. So yeah, do be aware of that if you ever go into Glasgow Bellahouston Park for a gig, in the hopes that there's not another big band playing the same day. Yeah. So anyways, let's get on with the gig, shall we? Made of Ace were a band who opened up. I know absolutely nothing by the band. They sounded a lot like Garbage or like Hall, like Celebrity Skin sort of sound. I imagine they're a new band. I don't know anything about them, but they sounded good. They sounded really cool. All girl punk. Very very energetic. Very dirty sounding. They sounded really cool. Like they were tight as fuck, and like they had a really good big sound. Like a very worthy opener for Green Day, I'd say. Yeah, I thought they were pretty good. I thought they sounded pretty alright. So yeah, well done to them. They were cool. Might be worth keeping a lookout for them, really. Nothing But Thieves were the main support of Green Day. I thought they were nothing but boring. They covered that Pixies song. What's it called? I forgot what it's called. It's by the Pixies. It's a good song, but like, I just found them very static. Not like they just looked like a generic sort of indie Radio 1 band. There was just nothing about them. No real personality. Like the songs didn't sound exciting enough for me. I mean, they weren't terrible by any means. They weren't brilliant either. Like, they were just there. And, but you know, a lot of people love them. Like, they're quite big in this country. So yeah, there was one or two songs that I recognized, like from radio and shit like that. But yeah, Nothing But Thieves were nothing but boring for me. Not for me. It was a bit of a shitter, really, especially when America has Rancid and Smashing Pumpkins as support for Green Day. But anyways, we're not here for Nothing But Thieves. If you enjoyed them, I'm glad you did. But they weren't for me at all. Green Day are touring the special anniversary albums of Dookie being 30 years old and American Idiot being 20 years old. So now, this was a gig I've been really, really looking forward to. I've not seen Green Day before this gig since the American Idiot tour when they played Newcastle Arena in February 2005. That was the last time I saw them. Like, they've never played the Northeast ever since, but they've never really been, you know, they've done like some other shows, like in Leeds Direct Arena. They played Leeds Festival. I was very close to seeing them on 21st Century Breakdown tour, but parents wouldn't let me go. They're like, "Nah, don't worry, they'll announce it. They'll announce a Newcastle date. Just wait," and they didn't. So that's what happened. But my friends went instead. I was gutted. But yeah, never mind about that. But yeah, I've just never really had the chance. Like, I did have the chance to go see them, but like, I wasn't really all that bothered, to be honest, because I mean, the Green Day post, I'd say 21st Century Breakdown to me, it's just been a real sort of downhill thing. Like I found those albums quite mediocre, not really good. Like Uno, Dos, Tre, I think are rubbish albums. That Revolution Radio is really bad, and same with Father of All Motherfuckers. Just not good albums at all. But on this occasion, I think Green Day have come back with an album earlier this year called Saviors, which I actually don't mind. I believe I did talk about this album on the podcast a few episodes ago, and you know, it's a decent enough album. I quite like it. Like, for Green Day standards in 2024, like they've made a decent album. And another reason to be excited about this gig, obviously, is the 30th anniversary of Dookie and American Idiot. So yeah, that was a reason for me to be excited. This gig was so fucking fun. It was so good, man. It was so good to see Green Day live again. After all these years, 19 years since I last seen them, and you know, they opened up with American Dreams Killing Me off the new album, which is a decent enough track. And as soon as he finished that, the big massive backdrop came up for Dookie, and Billy Joe Armstrong said, "Welcome to the 30th anniversary of Dookie," and everyone just started screaming and then straight into Burnout. And like they went from start to finish of Dookie, like what felt like 10 minutes. Like they absolutely smashed it. Like not a lot of fucking about in between, just played the songs like note for note perfectly. That album is an absolute punk masterpiece for me. I love Dookie. It's one of my favorite Green Day albums ever. I love it. It was absolutely awesome just hearing those songs live, like Pulling Teeth and Chump and Burnout, of course. She as well was amazing. It was just absolutely incredible hearing that album live for the first time and just them smashing it out. It was absolutely awesome. They had a lot of fire, I will say that. Pyro was fucking off the charts. Like every song, fire going absolutely all over the shop, and like ending a song like will be like a bang of like like fucking flash bang. You know what I mean? And yeah, just that little section of Dookie being played in its entirety. What a privilege that was to see. What an absolute privilege that was to see, and it went over so quick. Just an absolute beast of a track list. Burnout, Having a Blast, Chump, Long View, Welcome to Paradise was incredible. Pulling Teeth was incredible. Basket Case, of course, being an absolute staple in the set from that album. She is one of my favourite tracks from that album. Fast Roots is great as well. When I Come Around, of course, big single. Coming Clean and Universe Sleepers in the end. Fuck Off and Die. And finishing, of course, is an orchestrated version of All By Myself, sung by Trickle, prancing around in a what looked like a Leopard Print sort of like robe. Just him being dumb and silly. Because I mean, the actual album, if you listen to Dookie, this is a Trickle song where he plays it on guitar, like an acoustic guitar, and it's very, very quiet. And it's just him going, I was all by myself, no one was looking, I went to your house, I was all by myself. But this was an orchestrated version. Like, there was no actual orchestra there, it was just like, a track. But like, it was very entertaining, it was quite funny. After they played Dookie, they played like, how many did they play? They played 6, hits. They played a few from the new album, like, Look Man, No Brains, What I Bastard, and Dilemma. Some lad had a sign up saying, let me play Dilemma on guitar. So Billy Joe clocked that and, asked the lad to get up on stage and play it. He absolutely smashed it, this kid. Like, played it absolutely perfectly. He was jumping up and down. He was fucking absolutely having the time of his life. And it looked like he was pretty much in tears right by the end of it, bless him. Like, he absolutely smashed it. So fair play to that kid playing Dilemma on guitar. It was awesome. But yeah, there was also Know Your Enemy from 21st Century Breakdown, Minority, and Brain Stew. The fucking meanest Green Day riff ever. I just love that. It's from our favorite Green Day album, Insomniac. I'm glad that we got some like a track from Insomniac like into the set list. It was just that riff, man. Da 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 da. Fucking tune. And yeah, it was just amazing. And during the end of Brain Stew, you slowly saw the hand holding the hand grenade coming up from the back as they announce welcome to the 20th anniversary of American Idiot. And of course, to play that album as well from front to back. Now, I know I said that I definitely prefer Dookie over American Idiot. I do love American Idiot as an album, but I do prefer Insomniac and I do prefer Dookie over that album, but there was something about Green Day playing American Idiot in full that really tugged on my heartstrings throughout this whole thing, man. Like it really did. Like this was a feeling like no other. Like this was like a proper fucking nostalgia feeling for me, because this album, like, I really grew up with, like, when it came out. Like, I used to play guitar to it loads, and I saw them on that tour for the first ever time and last time since before this gig, and like, just watching them churn out classics like, of course, American Idiot, Jesus of Suburbia, Holiday, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Give Me No Other Cane, She's a Rebel, Letterbombed, When September Ends, Homecoming, What's the Name? Just those songs were just like, it was just like a real euphoric feeling, like, watching them play those songs live. I just had a lump in my throat during American Idiot, like, the whole album. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. Seeing them play through all that sort of stuff live, and after that we got two more songs. Bobby Socks, which I reckon is my favourite song from the new album. I think it's an actual brilliant song, Bobby Socks. Just like that live, like, do you wanna be my girlfriend? Ooh, like, oh, it's really, really catchy. And the encore, Good Riddance, Time of Your Life, which I was fucking fighting the urge to fucking cry. Like, it was a really precious moment, and then, like, it was just Billy Joe Armstrong playing acoustic guitar by himself, and the band, like Trey Cole and Mike Den popped up on stage as well while he was playing it, and just, like, they were fucking around like around his back and stuff like that, and Trey Cole went in between his legs and, like, trying to make Billy Joe Armstrong, like, laugh while he was playing guitar, which they succeeded, to be fair. And it ended at that. Just an amazing, explosive celebration of punk rock, songs from those incredible years of Green Day. Lots of pyro, great atmosphere, and God, it was just incredible. It was absolutely incredible. Like, one of my favorite gigs of the year, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. Just I feel daft not seeing Green Day for so long. After seeing them on the American Idiot tour for the first time, but like, having that feeling, like hearing those songs again live, like, after all these years of not seeing them as well, was like something that, like, was like, after the gig, I was fucking floating. I was absolutely floating. And then we finally got on the bus on the way back to Glasgow City Centre, had a pint of Witherspoons, and then had a couple of drinks at the Cat House, which is the alternative rock bar in Glasgow, which I highly recommend for an after party. Really, really good. Some drunk Scottish dude bought me a shot of tequila. Everyone was really friendly there. It was awesome. Yeah. Really recommend people going to Glasgow if you haven't been. It's an awesome place. It's great. If you're going there for a gig or a day out, it's great. And yeah, man, long live Green Day. Long live Green Day. That was a fucking spectacular gig. It was incredible. Yeah. Get them a fucking headline download. Come on, if you can get Fall Out Boy to headline, you can get fucking Green Day to do it. Like, and if they could just come back and play Insomniac as well in full, lads. Come on. Do Insomniac. Yeah, go on. I know it's not everyone's favourite album, but it's mine, and I love it. Do Insomniac. Go on, away. Do Insomniac. Yeah. Fucking. Fucking. Yeah. Open up Armitage Shanks. Go into 86. Go into fucking Brain Stew. Go into Jaded. Go into all that fucking mint stuff. Yeah. Do that, will you, Green Day? Tour Insomniac. Come on. But yeah. Amazing gig. Brilliant. So yeah, that was it really for music, to be honest. I haven't been to any other gigs since Download, and there hasn't been any other albums that I've discovered, really, to be honest. So yeah, hopefully more on that soon. But obviously next week we're gonna get the big fucking lowdown from Outbreak Festival. That's what it was called. But yeah, it was awesome. Thanks very much, everyone, for listening. If you would like to listen to the podcast analytics from Spotify, I can show you them now, just as a bit of interest. The podcast has been going on for a year. Let's see, what people really think of it. So let's have a look. We, at the moment, before this episode has aired, there are 49 episodes now of the MastoCast. There has been 482 all-time plays. So thank you, everyone who has played an episode. Really appreciate you. An audience size of 11, 10 Spotify followers, baby. Excuse me. But yeah, this is going off podcasters.spotify.com, which is what I use to upload my podcast on. I don't use Spotify. I use Apple Music and Apple Podcasts, but this is what I use to upload it. Upload all my podcasts on in audio format. I also do the same with YouTube as well. So I upload on there and I upload on YouTube. So yeah, 482 all-time plays. Thanks very much, everyone, for all that. 10 Spotify followers. An audience size of 11. The last episode had 12 plays for the Download Festival review. 1 year of MastoCast. Much love. Let's go on the analytics now. Let's see if there's anything off it we can see. On average, I'm getting about 7 plays per episode, which, some people might listen to this and think, well, that's not a lot, really. But to me, it is a lot. Like, I appreciate all of those listens. It's amazing. The last 30 days, Spotify has made 2,126 impressions, which is, the number of times, like, one of my shows or any other episodes have been shown to anyone on Spotify in the last 30 days. So, yeah, it's an estimate. Might not be precise. But that is it, yeah. That's it's interesting. But yeah, about 7 average. That's awesome. It's great. Let's see what other analytics there is. Audience. So this one's cool. Let's see. Platforms. So 49.3% people listen on Spotify. 42.3% listen on a web browser. 5.6% listen to Apple Podcasts, and 2.8% of you listen on Amazon Music. So yeah, that one's quite interesting. I didn't even know you can listen to podcasts on Amazon Music. There you go. Let's have a look at the geographic locations. So 71% of the listeners come from the United Kingdoms. 26% come from the United States of America. And the rest is 1% and under. But these are the countries that have listened to the episode or are listening. So we have Canada, New Zealand, Portugal, Turkey, Philippines, Germany, I should have had a glass of water with me. Mauritius, I have no idea what country that is. Never heard of it. Romania, Mexico, and Ireland. And age range, high percentage of it is between 28 and 34. That is 2.9% from the age of 0 to 17. If you're 0 years old and you know how to listen to Spotify, fair fucking play. No one between the age of 18 and 22. 5.6% between the ages of 23 and 27. But yeah, high 85% of people aged 28 to 34. No one between the ages of 35 and 44. No one between the ages of 45 and 59. 2.9% of people aged 60 and over. Interesting. So yeah. And 65.7% male, 31.4% female, and 2.9% non-specified. So yeah. Basically, I'm just over the moon with all these people who will listen to it. Just over the moon. Yeah, fucking hell. I should have got a drink. The top played episode of the MastoCast is episode 6. The top 5 bands with Jake Carsmith with 37 plays. So yeah, shout out to Jake being a buddy coming on the podcast. But yeah, that's it. We'll leave it at there, shall we? Before I destroy my throat from all the dryness of dry mouth. I should have got a fucking glass of water, but I fucking didn't. Right. Thanks very much, everyone, for listening to the podcast. Much appreciated. Thanks for listening to episode 50. I'll be back next week with the Outbreak Festival review. Hope you have a nice weekend. If you're at Outbreak Festival, have a good time. Yeah. Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll. See you later. Much love. If you want to join the Discord, links in the description, as well as other socials. I forgot to ask questions. Ask people to give me questions because I'm a fucking idiot. But if you'd like to do that, all questions. Fucking hell. Sorry. I'm fucking terrible. Yeah. All links are in the description if you want to join in or whatever. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. Bye.